Do you ever look at someone and wonder what's going on inside their head?
Okay, so my team has run all the data and we're looking at the following likely scenarios. First, we don't take this camp seriously and we goof off with Bree and Grace. Riley looks really uncool in front of Val. She fails to impress the coach, does not become a firehawk, and finally arrives at high school. She has no one. She eats alone and only the teachers know her name.
Ew.
Okay, you and I are gonna be friends.
Oh, this is a sad story.
It's a ridiculous story. Look, again, love the energy, but you're being silly. None of this will actually happen.
Right, whatever you say, you're the boss.
Well, that's a very emotional scene. That wasn't funny. Sorry.
Whatever. What we have just seen is an extract from the movie Inside Out 2. This is an example of a spoken language. Since it is a script, it is planned, but it has to sound spontaneous, and for that possesses interjections as oh or ew, and everyday connectors as like, that is commonly used in speech, are used.
In this scene, we can see how the old and new emotions are debating about Riley's future at school, most precisely her popularity at school. Anxiety shares, listens, and sequences some possible events and their consequences, ending with the worst scenario. The old emotions present their different perspectives about them. Some agree with her as fear, others do not agree at all, like Joy, who points out anxiety is just being silly.
Some interesting things to be mentioned regarding pitch is how different they are for each emotion. For example, to represent anxiety, she starts talking relaxed tone, which increases in speed and volume as the scenario gets worse and worse. For sadness, a low and slow tone is used, while Joe has her characteristic high pitch.
Very interesting.
Where did you come from?
I just spawned here, like Anxiety and her team.
Actually, she brought a team too.
And we are going to make a more deeper analysis on this extract, focusing on tonality, tonicity, and tone.
Let's start with the clause she has no one. This sentence consists of one IP. She is not separated from everything else, since it's known we are talking about Riley. The IP projects on the mind the mental imagery of Riley being alone. It is in narrow focus because only one word of the clause is brought into focus. No. And the tone is in full rise. The nucleus is the word no and one is the tail.
The second sentence is, oh, this is a sad story. It consists of two IPs. The first one is an interjection used to express an emotion. The second IP shows sadness opinion about the scenario presented by anxiety. It is broad focus as it is no contrasting any previous ideas and there's no word, content, or function word that needs to be emphasized. All of the content words of these utterance are prominent and all the function words are obscured. The tone is falling as it is the default tone for a statement.
And finally, we have It's a Ridiculous Story. It consists of one IP in which the main idea projected in the mind is the description of the story presented by anxiety. It is narrow focus as the word ridiculous is emphasized to contrast the previous idea. From the point of view of the speaker, it is not a sad story as said before, but a ridiculous one. And once again, the tone is falling for the same reason said before. Yeah, interesting. We could have said that, however. We didn't need the new team.
Come on, girls, I'm sure we can work fine together.
Yeah, we can, I guess.
Why don't we prove it by recording ourselves in a movie scene?
But there are 5, and we are 6.
Surely we can find a way. Okay, so my team has run all the data and we're looking at the following likely scenarios. First, we don't take this camp seriously and we go off with Breathe and Grace. Riley looks really uncool in front of Val. She fails to impress the coach, does not become a Farhag, and finally arrives at high school. She has no one. She eats alone, and only the teachers know her name.
Ew.
Okay, you and I are gonna be friends.
Oh, this is a sad story.
It's a ridiculous story. Look, again, love the energy, but you're being silly. None of this will actually happen.
Right, what about you say? You are the boss.
Great, that was fun.
Thanks for listening to us.
Which other interesting things could you mention about this extract? And do you remember which is the main focus that we have analyzed? We are going to be reading your comments. See you next time. Bye.